So today on my menu is classic Indian mutton curry. I just love the flavor of this mutton curry and I do have many sweet memories of this mutton curry. I used to see very carefully when my father used to make this lovely mutton curry, especially in Sundays. So stay tuned for this lovely recipe of mutton curry. Hey guys, I am Supankari and I welcome you all to my channel Su's Food Corner. I hope you are doing great in your lives, and if you are new to my page, do subscribe to my page and do not forget to tap the bell button. And thank you so much for liking my videos and thank you so much for liking my work. So let's begin with this recipe. So here I have taken 1 kg of mutton cut into curry pieces normal. I have washed them and I have just patted it dry. And onions I have taken here around 300 gram. I have removed the outer layer and now I need to slice it finely so that this can be both used in marination, some amount in marination and some amount for the curry. So onions give a very nice caramelized flavor, so I just need to slice them finely. So 300 grams of onions is good for 1 kg of mutton. Again, it depends upon the quality of your mutton, but normally this amount is okay. And now once I have sliced them, I'll just use my hands to smash them so that all the layers of the onions can be nicely uniformly fried in oil. So this is a very important tip. So this is it. My onions are nicely sliced, and apart from that there are some few other ingredients. I have made two paste. So first paste I have included 15 cloves of garlic, 1.5 inch of ginger, 4 to 5 dried red chilies, cumin seeds half teaspoon and 2 to 3 tablespoon of water. I'll just blend them to make a nice paste. If you prefer a little spicy version, you can increase the amount of red chili at this stage. And the other paste is of poppy seeds or postadana around 1 tablespoon and coriander seeds 1.5 tablespoon. I just need to first dry, grind them and then add 2 to 3 tablespoon of water to make a fine paste. These two pastes are the base. In spices, I have 4 cloves, green cardamom 2, 1 inch cinnamon stick, some homemade garam masala powder and 1.5 teaspoon Kashmiri red chili powder 1 tablespoon, turmeric powder 1.5 tablespoon and sugar in half a teaspoon. So I'll add around 1/4 of sliced onion in mutton, turmeric powder half tablespoon and 1 tablespoon of salt. So all this goes inside the mutton. I'll just mix everything and keep it marinated for good half an hour. In between, we'll just fry the onions and make our masala paste ready. So this is it. So this goes inside fridge for half an hour, and then in a pan I have heated mustard oil around 150 ml. I'll just use this oil to fry my potatoes. I have taken here 3 medium sized potatoes cut into half. I just love the flavor of potatoes in my mutton gravy. If you don't want potatoes, you can avoid this. It's optional. Actually, I am making traditional Odisha style mutton curry, and normally in the state of Odisha, potatoes goes very nice with the mutton gravy. So as I said, I am making this dish dedicated to my father and he always used to make it in this way. And in Odisha, especially in Sundays, the tradition is to have mutton curry with rice in the lunch. So these dish is somewhat very close to my heart. So I have just lightly fried these potatoes in oil for around 4 to 5 minutes, and now I will remove them. And as I said, the quality of mutton determines the taste of mutton curry. My mutton was a good mutton with some fat pieces. So what I will do, I will remove some oil from this kadhai. Around half oil I will remove, half the amount of oil, because my mutton has already some inbuilt fat in it. So once done, I will add the dry spices and reduce the flame to low, and after just 5 to 10 seconds in this oil, I will add half a teaspoon of sugar and wait till this sugar starts to caramelize to a nice golden color, not black. If the color changes to black, the gravy will turn bitter. So once the color starts to caramelize and give a nice brown color, increase the flame and add onions, and some amount of salt goes in around half teaspoon so that this onions will fry very quickly. Once we add salt, the salt will help to release moisture from the onions, and after 4 to 5 minutes of frying on medium high flame, the onions are ready. And now reduce the flame to low and add the dry spices, otherwise the dry spices can burn instantly, and give it a mix, the turmeric powder and Kashmiri red chili powder, and then goes 1 tablespoon of water so that this will wrap up all the flavors of the dry masala in the oil. So this goes in 1 tablespoon of water, just mix it and fry for medium high flame for 2 to 3 minutes till oil starts to separate. So it's very important we have reduced the flame when we had added dry spices, and after adding water we have increased to medium high, and once the oil starts to ooze out, I'll add the first masala paste, the red one, onion, garlic and the dry chili, that masala paste, this goes in. Give it a mix for good 4 to 5 minutes on medium high flame and wait till the masala paste has started to roast and the oil will separate from sides. You can see the color has changed beautifully because of the Kashmiri red chili powder, and my masala paste has reduced in quantity because it has been nicely roasting for around 5 to 6 minutes on medium high flame. So when this is roasted, add the second paste, the postadana or poppy seeds paste with coriander seeds. This will actually give a nice body to our gravy, and after adding this paste, give it a mix for 2 to 3 minutes on medium high flame. And to cook the postadana, actually we need to cover it and cook. So for initially 2 to 3 minutes roast it on open flame and then reduce the flame to lowest and cover it and let it cook for 4 to 5 minutes. Still you can see a very beautiful change will appear after 4 to 5 minutes on low flame. The postadana is perfectly done. The whiteness of the postadana has vanished and this total masala paste has acquired a very beautiful roasted color. So this is what we want. Once it has attained this stage, increase the flame to highest and add the mutton pieces. It's very important, we need to roast this mutton, marinated mutton in this masala paste for around 5 minutes on high flame till we can see the mutton pieces will start to release oil from its sides. If we lower the flame at this temperature, then the mutton will release all its moisture and it will become soggy. We don't want that. You can see my mutton is frying in this oil in high temperature. So I just need to fry them for 5 to 6 minutes, and you can see oil has started to ooze out from sides and it's lovely. The color is just awesome. So once this happens, you can see your mutton pieces have started to roast. Lower the temperature to low medium, cover it and leave it for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes, as we have lowered the temperature and cover it, the moist mutton will start to release its moisture and it will cook in its own moisture. So total I will cover it for 3 times in 5 minutes interval, and then you can see the change in mutton. Just mix it and again cover it and low medium flame for next 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes you can see the mutton has considerably reduced in size and the color has also changed. It's beautifully frying in its own moisture. I have not added a single drop of water. Still the mutton is moist and beautifully roasting. And finally I'll cover for more 5 minutes, last 5 minutes. So 15 minutes of covering and frying and cooking of this mutton and roasting, actually it's not cooking, and after 5 minutes more. Total after 15 minutes you can see the mutton had released its moisture, it has all dried up and again it has again released the oil. So we have to bring mutton to this stage. It has beautifully roasted in karhai. It took around 15 minutes for me, 10 minutes to roast the masala and 15 minutes to roast this mutton. So once it's done, I just need to transfer this mutton to a pressure cooker, and I need to now pressure cook this mutton. And so that the cooking process fastens. You can also cook in pan, but it will take more than 1 to 1.5 hours. At this stage I will add the tomatoes, small size tomatoes 4. These are my homegrown organic tomatoes. Look how beautiful they are looking. I will just cut into half and add them. Before that I will add the garam masala powder, 1.5 teaspoon of homemade garam masala powder. Believe me, the taste is just awesome. So give it a mix, and then if you are adding potatoes, add the fried potatoes at this stage as I have added, and as I said, it's completely optional. If you want you can avoid that, but potatoes with this mutton curry goes literally well. So just roast these potatoes with this mutton for 2 to 3 minutes on medium high flame, and then I will add hot water to make the gravy, and the amount of water decides the consistency of the gravy. Very important tip here is that do not add excess hot water. Make sure you can see the mutton pieces, they should be visible, then the gravy would be perfect. I had added around 1.5 cups of water, 350 ml of water, and then I have adjusted some salt, and tomatoes goes in, cut into halves, and I will cover the lid and cook it in pressure cooker for 2 whistles on high flame and 1 whistle on low flame, and wait till the pressure releases. So this is it, my pressure has gone, and now I'll open the lid and then I'll just show you the results. See how beautiful it's looking. Just give a mix and just look at the beautiful gravy and our mutton pieces. I'll just show you. I had just cooked it for 2 whistles on high flame and 1 whistle on low flame, and the result is my awesome. My mutton pieces are perfectly done, soft, succulent. And if you feel at this stage it's a little bit hard, and again it depends upon the quality of your mutton, you can just pressure cook it for more 1 or 2 whistles, but for me it's just perfect. And the gravy, you can see, it's just awesome, goes very well with roti or naan or normal steamed rice. So now I'll serve this beautiful mutton curry, and as I said, it's Odisha special mutton curry with lots and lots of memories of this mutton curry in my mind. So one piece of potato surely goes on my plate, and as I said, it all depends upon the quality of your mutton. And my mutton curry has turned out super awesome, lovely flavors, beautiful colors, soft and succulent mutton pieces. And if you feel the amount of gravy is little bit thick, you can add some hot water later, but for me this is just perfect. I have shared many tips and tricks to make a classic mutton curry in pressure cooker. Do give this recipe a try and let me know your thoughts how this turned out. And now it's time for the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day is from Neha Agarwal. She has actually commented in the recipe of my Matar Paneer. She writes, "Thank you, Sue. You are really too good at explaining the procedure while cooking. It's always simple and easy to understand. Just love the way you instruct and I follow. Results are awesome." Thank you so much, Neha, for such a beautiful comment. I really like the way you can connect with me and especially my recipes. So stay connected and stay tuned for such lovely recipes. And if you like today's recipe, do give a thumbs up, share with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to my page. See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, love life, and happy fooding.